Hi, this is Dale Byron, and you are entering the zone of heart work. We're going to get right to the poem today, a little conversation afterwards, but here we go. The poem is called In the House of Our Blessed Overwhelm. The poem goes like this. The world needs so much more than we have or can give. More effort, more money, more strength, more courage, more wisdom than we have or will ever be able to muster. Of course, there will always be too many disasters for the strength of our bodies and the size of our savings. That still small voice inside us pointing out right and wrong will ache with our inability to make even small differences. And of course, the billionaires having purchased our country will kindly rent it back to us at a handsome profit. They will assign to all, they will assign to all the correct opinions purchased by the algorithms that pickle us daily. We will constantly hear the word consumer because other identities, citizen, friend, lover, worker, are no longer efficient. And of course, our hearts so deeply broken that when we're told to be quiet, to get over it, we just sigh. But why believe these things we have been told? But why believe these things we have been told that now we can fully examine for ourselves? Our broken heart means we have a heart to break. Our pain, grief, and compassion, even our confusion is the thin tether that holds our trembling humanity in place. So, pilgrims, listen, please. Rest your broken hearts. Rest your broken hearts. Enter here as living, belonging, breathing, imperfectly perfect inhabitant. Here in the house of our blessed overwhelm. Well, that poem came to me fairly recently, and it was as I was working through and journaling about how frustrating, how overwhelming the world seems to be these days with all of the upheaval politically, socially, and ecologically, for sure. All of that. And this feeling of, again, just being overwhelmed by the sheer weight of it and being frustrated that we're always feeling like we can't do enough. Can't do enough. Now, I don't know if you relate to that, but I myself do, and many people, many friends and colleagues I have talked to seem to feel that way. So this poem says, permission to be overwhelmed granted. um, we see the news, we see what's going on, and we simply get overwhelmed. But the note that I made and what I discovered in writing this poem, and it kind of shocked me, how it actually came together. Always like to be surprised by the poems I write. The idea is not to fight with our being overwhelmed. There's an old joke about if you can't fix it, feature it. So maybe not to fight with our overwhelm, but rather to flow with it, to ride with it. That famous advice to let it be, let it compost and transform us. Let it compost and transform you. And paradoxically, that we come out more centered, more grounded, and actually then able to do the things in the most skillful way we can, unencumbered by this feeling that we're failing, that we're overwhelmed. Just relish being overwhelmed. Step into overwhelm, and again, let that overwhelm be composted and let it transform us into more skillful action and not necessarily tied to the results of what we do, but tied to a kind of joyful acting in the moment. So in the house of our blessed overwhelm, again, permission granted to be overwhelmed is what I keep telling myself. And as the poem ends, it says, but why believe these things we have been told, that now we can fully examine for ourselves? And we can. Our broken heart means we have a heart to break. Our pain, grief, and compassion, even our confusion, is the thin tether that holds our trembling humanity in place. So pilgrims, fellow pilgrims, listen, please. Rest your broken hearts. Enter here as living, belonging, breathing, imperfectly perfect inhabitant, an imperfectly perfect inhabitant here in the house of our blessed overwhelm. Thank you so much for your listening ear. Until next time and next poem, take good care of yourself, and if you can, someone else.